Hey folks, Quill18 here, and this is a special video for all the new viewers to the channel that have joined us because of SimCity, who might be interested in watching some other Let's Plays that I have going on. We're partway through a Crusader Kings 2 Let's Play right now, and I actually think this game is an excellent pick for some of the people who might be into SimCity. Now, it's not a city building game, it is more of an empire building game, more of a grand strategy game, but it's got really interesting personal details in that what you are playing as is a family. You're playing as a dynasty. In this particular game, I'm playing as the Contarini family, one of the great families, the great houses of Venice, and indeed that's where we start there. And you can see this is the character I'm currently playing right now, the Serene Doge, who is kind of like the king of Venice, Sciaffredo I, and you know he's married to Adelheid, and he's got children and siblings and all this, and these huge. Well, that's the realm tree. I meant to click on the family tree. It's this incredible game where you are playing a dynasty through time. You start in 1066, which is the year that the Norman invasion happened, and William the Conqueror went off from France into England and took over England, basically. And it is a great time of amazing turmoil and religious strife between Catholics and Orthodox and various heresies, and then the Muslims, which of course are split into multiple sects as well. You've got the Sunni, you've got the Shiite, you've got all these different things. You've got crusades going on. You've got personal vendettas. Like one of the interesting ways to start the game, one of the best ways when you're just starting off, is to start off as one of the Irish counts. Just a count. Just start with one county, like the county of Dublin here, and then build that up. Take over a few more counties. Declare yourself to be a duke. From there, see if you can unite the rest of Ireland and actually create the Kingdom of Ireland. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe you can marry off some of your sons to the daughters of the King of England. Then when he dies, then you've kind of got a claim to the throne, and you can maneuver a few different ways. You can actually take over a large part of the world completely peacefully through the clever use of diplomacy and marriage, and maybe the occasional assassination from time to time, just to keep things interesting if someone gets in your way. Or you can, you know, really go through warfare and conquer the world through sword and shield. It's actually kind of a neat game because actually England's got a fair amount of Scotland over here at this point, and it looks like Brittany is independent from France. The Kingdom of Leon is doing a pretty good job of taking over the entire Iberian Peninsula, and you know may form Spain at some point. When you start the game, the good portion of this sort of map here is still kind of Muslim territory, but they're doing pretty good on their Reconquista? Something like that. The reconquest of the Iberian Peninsula, basically. They're doing great over there. As for us, Venice has actually expanded and taken actual territory. We own this land here, a little bit over here, some there. We actually just took over these islands here from, they were Muslim. We declared a holy war to take over there. Unfortunately, by declaring a holy war here, all the trading posts that we had set up there, because when you're playing as Venice, you're playing as a merchant republic. It's a very different kind. It's not a conventional feudal kingdom with kings and so on and so forth. It's like a business. It's a corporation is what it is. And so we'd set up all these trade posts along this coast. But as a result of declaring this holy war, we kind of pissed off the Muslim rulers over here, so they declared a holy war, or not a holy war, an embargo war, and burned down all our trading posts, which hit us a little bit in the pocketbook, but it's not going to be the end of the world. You can see over here there has been a successful crusade for Jerusalem, and France actually owns this entire area over here. That's part of France, technically. It might not last long. These things tend to switch hands back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is entirely realistic. The Byzantine Empire is quite powerful. We actually own a few cities inside the Byzantine Empire, but we don't actually own any counties. To me, that's fine right now. We don't really want to butt heads with Byzantine directly. So that, you know, this game is great. Oh, if you decide to start this Let's Play halfway through, then you'll need to know this information. If you're going to start it from episode 1, and there will be links down below, this might be a bit of a spoiler, but so Venice is ruled, all the great merchant republics are ruled by 5 great families. There's the Contarini family, who is us, and this is in Venice, Faliero, the Morosini, the Ziani, and the Mastro Piero. And actually, one of these is a replacement. One of the great houses actually fell, and another one rose up to take its place. And so the next leader of Venice is elected from one of these great houses. And we're in really good shape to be the next great leader as well as the current one, so that's good. But the Faliero family here, we actually have a bitter, multi-generational feud going on with them. This is like the Capulets and the other guys from Romeo and Juliet, right? Montague. The two families that hate each other just irrationally. Well, The Faliero absolutely insulted us very early on, several generations ago, and since then we've had tremendous feud. We have incredible negatives to our relations all the time. We will never, ever, ever get along. And there's not really a victory goal in this game. The game goes up until a certain year, and then it ends there. So your goal is to sort of like maybe grow and expand as much as possible, but what your goal will be will depend very much on just sort of who you start off as and what you personally want to do that time. This time with Venice, I mean, we're mostly looking to try to take over as much of the world as possible, but I have set a personal goal. I want to extinguish the Faliero family line. I am systematically assassinating every male member of the Faliero family until I've expunged the clan completely. I want them wiped from the face of the earth, and then I will be happy and call this game a win. So we're going to see what we can do about that. And yeah, anyway, I hope you'll join us. Take a look. I think the videos are incredibly interesting. And I mean, that sounds, a little bit prideful, but no, I actually think that the Crusader Kings 2, especially the Venice playthrough, but also Castile, which I did earlier, Castile, of course, being part of sort of Spain over here, I think they're really interesting because they're really good just sort of storytelling. So anyway, that is it. Hope I caught you up to date, and I'll see you guys next time.